Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. What do we think of the assembly this morning? I guess they're going to try to do more of those. So, good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Thursday. Almost the weekend. Yay. You're going to want to have Clever open because we are going to be working in Everfi today. So I'm going to walk you through how to do the marketplace assignment. So I'm going to take you step by step, at least how to get into it, and then you'll have most of the period today to work on it independently because I can't really do it with you. So it's an independent thing, but I'm going to show you how to get into it and then be here and available to answer questions. So if you go ahead and get Clever open, if you don't already have that open, that'll help. Okay. Hope everybody's having a great day. We'll get started here in a minute or two. I'll give a couple minutes for people to log in. So hello, if you're just joining, we'll get started here in just a minute, just waiting for people to log in. We are gonna go just spend about 10 minutes with instructions on how to get to the assignment, what that looks like, what it means to complete an assignment in Everfi, how to submit it in Canvas. So very similar to the registration, but I'll go over that specifically. And then my goal is to give you 30 to 40 minutes just to work on it. Okay. So I'll stay in the meet, answer questions as you have them, but good morning, Ms. Carter. But you'll have the period to try to get at least a good chunk of this done. And if you have any questions, then myself and Ms. Carter will be available to you during the period. Okay. So I'll give it like one more minute. We'll get started. What'd y'all think of the assembly? Did you like it?
I like the music.
Yeah, a few tech issues. I don't know about the music and talking. It was a little hard to hear. And I think they need to create like a who's responsible for what. There was a few moments of awkward silence.
An agenda.
Yeah, like what I do think is funny is we get a lot of critique. So you guys have to understand we as teachers get critiqued on how we run class and this and that. And I'm kind of like, not always so easy, right?
Yeah.
Like, it takes a little getting used to it. And oftentimes, there'll be issues or, it's just part of, but yeah. So all of a sudden the teachers look pretty efficient. So
yes, they're not used to doing presentations.
Mm-mm.
So were you able to get a hold of the person from the Everfi about how we share?
I messaged her, so I'm waiting to hear back. Okay. I messaged her yesterday, so I'm waiting to hear back.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, oh, what do I do? Because it's just a blank screen. So
yeah, no, it's okay. And so if there's other stuff you need to work on, like I can, because I'm gonna go over instructions for about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna give them the rest of the period to work on it, and we're just gonna be here.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, because I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't feel like, how am I going to support the class? How am I going to help out?
No, you're awesome. You're awesome. So, yeah, just kind of, it's pretty user friendly, but once the kids
are on, they're on by themselves, right?
Yes, exactly. Like I can't even
we can't see what they're
I can do a preview of the lesson, so I can see, but I can't get in with them if that makes sense.
So, and if you can't, I sure as heck.
No. So I'm sure there's a way to add you. The department chair, she's like, I'm sure there is. You need to reach out to the Everfi person. So once I got that, then I emailed the Everfi rep. Or Amanda.
Because I'm sure we're not the only co-teaching.
No, and my third hour is also. So
okay.
But so it'll be convenient to have that, but it's also limited in that you can't go and do it with them. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
They have to, at the end of the day, do it. So so we'll see.
Okay.
All righty. let's get started. I hope everybody's having a great day. Happy Thursday. I don't know about you, I'm ready for the weekend. So let's do this. So the goal today is to get you a little bit more comfortable with Everfi. And then if you have questions, I'm going to give you lots of time in class today. Like I said, about 40 minutes in class to work on it. I know, right? Bring on the weekend. Hey, we get Monday off, right? Is it Monday President's Day? Isn't it? I believe. Yes, right? Somebody confirm that for me. Tell me I'm not lying, right?
No, you're not lying. Yeah,
Okay,
I
yay.
completely
Yes.
forgot.
I know. I am like so ready. I've been waiting. So there's a new piece of furniture I want to get, but I've been waiting for like a holiday weekend, so because everything goes
I
on sale.
know.
So yay for 3-day weekend. So I'm ready. Okay.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that means we won't be meeting Monday. We'll be meeting Wednesday, right? So Tuesday will
Yeah,
be
the
small group.
22nd.
Yeah. So, anyways, back. I don't forgot what I was saying. Oh, so the goal today is just to get you going on the marketplace assignment, okay? And I've done some screenshots. So I spent some time last night. I did a good opportunity cost. I tried to be smart with my time, and then again, give you lots of assistance today to hopefully get the lesson done, or at least get a good chunk of it done. And then if you have questions, that you have a help right away. All right, so that tomorrow you don't have as much that you need to get done. So let's get started. Yesterday and last Wednesday, we went over the Everfi registration. Okay, right? So I went through this step by step. If you need instructions or help with that, how to submit that in Canvas, then you need to go back and watch the playback from yesterday. So whether you talk to myself or Miss Carter, that is available on the week 7 live session playback. It's the last like 5-10 minutes of the video. And I literally go through it step by step by step. Okay. So I'm not going to redo that today because you should have already done that. Okay. So if you haven't, there are clear instructions there, and you can always come to small group if you have further instructions. But I think it's pretty clear. Can anybody tell me, did I make it pretty easy in class? Give me a thumbs up if you felt like I was detailed enough in class. Like it was clear what you needed to do. Yeah, so if you weren't here for it, or you spaced out or something like that, okay, then please go watch that video because I literally just recorded what we did in class. All right. We are going to be working on the marketplace assignment in Everfi. Okay. So one of the things when you're using Everfi and you're like, well, there's so many different things. How do I know which one I'm supposed to do? So let me show you. Okay. So if you go into Canvas, okay, and you go to modules, because whatever you complete in Everfi, you're going to have to submit a screenshot in Canvas, because Everfi and Canvas don't talk to each other. Okay. So it's not like, so I can go in and see it, but that's going to be a lot of work if I have to keep going back in. So like this is where you do the registration. And I went over those instructions yesterday. So here it says Everfi marketplaces. Okay. So it's telling you which program and the name of the lesson. Okay, so it's being really clear which program and the name of the lesson. Okay, so if you miss class or you're like, I don't know which one I'm supposed to do, and stuff, it makes it really clear. And it also tells you the minimum score that you have to get. So we're going to go into that a little bit more. So first thing I need you to do before we move on from this slide, okay, is I need you to log into Clever. Okay, so you need to log into Clever, and you need to select your Everfi course. Okay, and log into Everfi. So go into Clever. Remember, it should be on your favorites list. This is part of registering. And you just go to that short list and click on Everfi. And once you have it open and you get into Everfi, right, yours is going to look a little bit different than mine, but your name is going to be in the top right-hand corner. It'll say Everfi, and you go to your classes, right, or the courses. And now, remember, yours look a little bit different. They're kind of long and rectangular. They're a little bit more colorful than mine, okay, and stuff. They're a little bit more interesting. But you are looking for the marketplace, okay, marketplace investing basics. So if you have a bunch of courses, scroll down because they're in alphabetical order, all right? Once you find marketplace, select it and go into it. And then this should be the picture that you see. I don't want you to go past this. So I want you to get to this page. So log into Everfi, select marketplace, and then this should be the picture that you see. So I'll give you a minute. Go ahead and give me a celebration Google emoji once you're there, once you see this on your Everfi screen. So you're in Clever, log into Everfi, and then you need to select the marketplace course. And this is what it should look like. Don't do anything else yet. This is what it should look like. Okay, is anybody having issues finding it or something like that? Let me know. Okay, I'll give about 30 more seconds and then I'll go to the next step. Great. Please let me know, okay? Because I'm trying to do my best to give you support and I can't support you if you don't tell me if you're having an issue. And oftentimes it's just a little bit of a glitch or something, or you got to select this or select that. So I'll just go over it one more time. Everybody kind of moves at different paces. So once you're in Everfi, go to the My Teacher pages or like your pages. You know what I mean? Your short list. Okay. Select the Everfi, open it up. Okay. And again, yours is going to look different than mine because I'm an instructor, right? So but it should have your name showing that you're logged in. And then remember, your courses are kind of long, rectangular. They almost look like what they look like when you're in Clever. Okay. And you're selecting the marketplace investment banking course. So just select, go into it, click on it and go into it. And when you go into it, then you should see this landscape here with these different buildings. And each little white dot represents a lesson within the marketplace. Okay. But we're not doing all of them. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. You see the courses? Okay. You see the course. So can you select it? Huh? We'll let you skip it, Lucy, or just quickly. Yeah, so don't do anything once you're on this page. Yeah, push the start, and then it should take you into this screen. A preview survey, just skip it. Yeah, just skip it. If you can, or just click, click, click. You know what I mean? You're like, blah, blah, blah. Okay. As long as it's not my eval. If it's my eval, then take all day and put really good marks. So that was funny. Come on. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate the support. All right. Yeah. If it's ever one of your teachers, please take the time because actually those things do impact us. Like if you ever get a survey about your teachers, those actually do impact us. The admin holds us accountable, just like, you know what I mean? So, but other surveys, nah. Okay. Once we're on this page, see where my arrow is pointing? Okay. We are only going to be in the green and orange building and it says marketplace. So if you zoom in on it, it says marketplace, right? Okay. So what I want you to do is once you're on this screen, I want you to select the orange and green building and it should say marketplace on it. Okay. Once you select it, this is what your screen should look like because it'll take you into the lesson. So each of these are different lessons within the marketplace program. We're not doing all of them today. You might do them on different days. Okay. But today, the one we're doing is the marketplace, the orange and green. So you only select that. Okay. Where my arrow is pointing. Are anybody impressed with my skills here? I did a screenshot, put in an arrow, like, woohoo. Very impressive. All right. Once you're in this screen, go ahead and give me a what? Okay. So this lets you know you're in the lesson. You're in the lesson. Does anybody have any questions? Awesome. Okay, we're in there. Now, once you get to this screen, you're kind of like, what do I do? Where should I start? Okay, on your screen, it doesn't show it in the snapshot, okay, but on your screen, you see where my arrow's pointing the TV with the redhead? I believe it's red hair, orangish red hair. Okay, that one should be lighting up first. See how it's kind of illuminating? You guys kind of see that? Let me know that you see that. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, that's going to let you know. It's not very bright,
but it does light up in the back.
It's not very bright, but it does light up. Okay, so as you go through the lesson, so listen up before you select it. Okay, once you select it, then it's going to take you into the lesson. And as you complete, there's like 4 or 5 different parts of the lesson. When you complete one part in the questions, then it'll take you back to this main screen. And then you'll select the next part that's illuminating. Okay, so you're like, well, where do I click next? You'll see it illuminating, okay, just like you see there. So it'll tell you what you're supposed to do next. Now, here's some keys to keep in mind, okay? The assessment is broken up into each part of the lesson, okay? So for example, when you select this part, they're gonna talk to you and give you different definitions and explain this one's about the stock exchange, the stock market, how it started, the history of it, and the international connection of it, okay? You really need to pay attention because then at the end of that section, they're going to ask you several questions that are part of your assessment. So it's not one big assessment at the end. It's little bits of the assessment, kind of like the course arc, you know, how you do little bits as you go through. You have to pay attention. All right. If you do not pay attention, you're going to miss the questions because they're difficult in that they're detailed. So this is not something that you play and you walk away. You're going to have to redo it then, which is a waste of your time then, right? Like, so the thing to remember about Everfi is when you do it, you need to sit down and focus, because then you'll be using your time wisely. If you click on it and you walk away, you have to constantly click next because it wants to make sure you're engaging, and you need to pay attention. Okay, as you go through each part. So you'll listen to that part. It'll go for 5-10 minutes. You do the questions. It'll take you back to this screen, and then you select the next part that illuminates. You go through each part, answer the questions, take it back. No, yes, exactly. It's not a game to rush through. Here's the bottom line. You have to get a 70% or better to pass the assignment in Everfi. Okay, so what that means for this assignment's worth 25 points. That means you need a 17.5 or better to pass, okay, to move on. All right. So as you go through it, so that 70% will vary depending on the assignment. So this assignment's worth 25 points. So that's a 17.5 or better. So if you get lower than that, it'll give you the option at the end to redo the module, which means it'll take you through all the steps again, or just to redo the assessment. So it's up to you how much you paid attention. Okay. When you're done, I'm going to release you here in just a second to go work on it. When you're done, when it gives you you're done, here's your final assessment score. If you have 70% or better, then you're going to take a screenshot of the page. So just like when we did the Everfi registration, okay? So when I say screenshot of the page, that means a couple things. It needs to show the name of the assignment, Marketplace. It needs to show your grade, and it has to show your name. It has to show your name. Otherwise, how do I know that you didn't take somebody else's score or screenshot? Do you know what I mean? So I'm not accusing anybody of cheating, but do you understand from my point of view, like I have to know that it's you, that it's your account. Okay. So you take that screenshot. Thank you. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if this is making sense. All right. That screenshot has to have your name, the name of the assignment, and your score. Otherwise, I will give you 50% and I'll say you got to resubmit it because I can't see the score. I can't see your name. And this is going to be true of every Everfi assignment. Okay. And the way you do the screenshot, right? It's the control Windows button print screen. If you're having a hard time with that, take a picture with your cell phone and make sure everything is in there. And then you upload it into Canvas. You can copy and paste the screenshot into Canvas, or you could do a Google Doc and submit it. So pretty much like what we did when we registered, right? But remember, it needs to be a 70% or better. Now, the score that you get is the score that will go in Canvas. So if you get an 18 out of 25, this is not a pass-fail in Canvas. You get an 18 out of 25 in Canvas. Whatever the score is in Everfi, that's the score you get in Canvas, as long as it's a 50% or better. But again, Everfi won't let you move on unless you have a 70% or better. So if you get less 70%, you need to go back and redo it. Okay, so I want you to take the next 30 minutes, go and get started. If you have any questions you're going along, myself and Ms. Carter are available. I'm literally just going to sit here. So you can keep this open, stay in the meet, but in your other tab, start working on it. Okay. And then I am here. And then the last couple minutes of class, I will go over, what's due, which is the quiz and this assignment. Okay. And stuff. And then times for tomorrow. All right. So feel free to go to work. All right. I'll keep it here on this page. And again, if you have any questions, ask. Okay. This is meant to be troubleshooting. If you have any questions, so remember, it's not one big assessment at the end. It's little bits as you go through. And then when you complete a part, it'll take you back to this page and you click the next part that illuminates. And I think there's like 4 or 5 different parts. When I previewed it, I kind of went through and did it as a student. All right. Feel free to get started. Let me know if you have any questions. That's what I'm here for.
Just so you know, I was able to go into a teacher preview, so I was able to follow along and get into the sections you talked about. So, yeah. So at least I have an idea of what.
Well, and that's literally all I have access to. So it literally lets me go into the course and I can monitor a student, meaning that it'll let me. And that's really what would be nice for you, is be able to monitor. But it just lets me see their score or how much of it they did. But it doesn't let me get on the screen with them. Yeah. Or like you're saying, I can preview it so I at least can see student view. and stuff. So, but yeah, it doesn't let me like interact with them as they're going.
Yeah, it doesn't, but that's okay. We got
No.
good kids. They're tough. They know what to do, and they can work it out. Yeah, and it's so cute. I used to have a guinea pig look just like that when I was a kid. So he looks like my little Wilbur. So cute. Thank you for that.
That's the cutest name. Little Wilbur. Wilbur. That seems like a guinea pig name. Super cute. All right, you guys, use this time. Don't walk away. This is an opportunity cost, right? That you could get this done. You have help right away. This might avoid you having to come to small group tomorrow. So this is about working smarter, not harder. So why wouldn't you take advantage of this time? That was one of my favorite sayings growing up. My stepdad, I had an amazing stepdad growing up, and he was all about hard work. And he's like, you got to work smarter, not harder. And it doesn't mean you don't work hard, but make it count the first time you're doing it, you know? It doesn't mean sometimes it always goes well, but make it count, you know, and I always appreciated that. So it's kind of become my motto. Remember, you guys can take a picture if there's a certain definition or something, a concept they went over, take a picture of it and you can use that when you take the assessment, okay? It won't let you go back when you're in the assessment, but if you want to take a picture of that definition or something that maybe was a little bit complicated, you can take that picture so when you take the assessment, you can go back and look at those definitions, all right? So that's something you can do if you want to help yourself out a little bit. About 10 more minutes, so keep going. You guys are doing great. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? So keep working on it. We got about 10 minutes left, so you can get a lot of this done in class. We're working on the Everfi marketplace assignment. So got about 8 minutes left. So what we did is we logged into Everfi, and then students needed to, so if you want to go into Clever and open up Everfi, and then select the marketplace course, and then let me know when you're there, and then I can give you some instructions. Okay, so go into Clever, open up the Everfi course, and then you're going to select the marketplace course so that when you see this screen, let me know when you're there and I can give you more instructions. What's up, Eve? Did you get to this place in Everfi?
Yes. I was wondering which one I clicked.
Okay, so you click on the orange and green marketplace, and then you complete the assignment within there. JD, yeah, so once it says you're done, then that's when you need to do the snapshot. So Eve, once you go into it, you only select this, then this is what it should look like, and you start with the illuminating scene, which will start right up here, and you listen, answer the questions, and then it'll take you back to this screen several times, and you select the next part that's illuminated to take you through the assignment and the assessment.
Okay.
So it's going to take you probably 20, 30 minutes. So you won't be able to get it done in class. So maybe just have it open, and then I would do it later today because class is over here just in a couple minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So JD, once you have that, if you got the 70% or better, if you didn't get 70% or better, then you'll want to go back and, do the assessment or redo parts. But if you got 70% or better, then that's when you take the screenshot and you make, okay, awesome. So you take the screenshot and then make sure that your score, your name, and the name of that marketplace. So those three things are in the snapshot, right? So I can tell that you did the right assignment, your grade, and that it's you, right? So if your name's not in the screenshot, then I'll ask you to resubmit it. So make sure that when you take the screenshot, those are there, and then submit it in Canvas. Okay, great. About 3 more minutes, folks, and then we'll wrap up. Hey, somebody tell me on your end, so maybe JD, you can answer this. When you finished, did it give you your score, or did you have to go to the grade tab? Like, how are you seeing your score? Because that's something they don't show me on my end. So what kind of screen is it showing you when you're done? Does it say like you're done and then it gives you your score? Or do you have to like go into a grade tab, or how is it identifying your score to you when you're done? Oh, it does? Okay. Thank you, JD. I appreciate it. Yeah, so you can submit the screenshot URL or you can put it in a Google Doc and then submit the Google Doc. So whatever is going to be easiest for you. All right, folks. So if you're finished, great. If not, then I would just maybe keep that open and, try to finish it as the day goes on. So you can get that done, but class is going to end here really soon. So we went through step by step with Everfi. Yes, thank you, JD. I appreciate the extra help. So, because again, I don't see student view. And so a little bit of this is, learn as we go, and it'll get easier as we go along, right? Because we'll get more familiar and stuff. So it's totally fine to ask questions, and it doesn't mean I have every answer. And sometimes we got to troubleshoot a little bit. So, this is why it's good to do it during class and kind of talk it through and stuff, because I don't always have the definitive answer, So make sure you're getting a minimum 70%, take a screenshot of it. All right. Either with your phone or, the way we talked about, submit that in Canvas. That's how you get the credit. So just because you finish it in Everfi, you have to submit it in Canvas. Okay. And then that score goes in the grade book. I have a small group tomorrow, 9 to 11:45. Ms. Carter's available in the morning, so come see us if you need anything. Remember the quiz, you get 3 attempts, okay? And use that review sheet I gave you yesterday, and then getting the marketplace done, all right? So hopefully you got a lot of that done, so you don't have too much you need to do tomorrow. The project is closing, and I already extended it an extra week, so this is 2 weeks. So I already did the double time. So for those of you who have the accommodation of extra time, this is it. All right. So get this in. This is really big for the quarter grade. So can really, really help you. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, please come see myself or Miss Carter. All right. And we'll see you on Wednesday. All right. I'll be available on Tuesday, but we'll see you Wednesday. Bye.
Wednesday the 22nd.
Yes. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a nice long weekend.
See ya. Thank you.